everybody, I am going to make some mayonnaise. Have you ever tried to make homemade mayonnaise? It can be a little bit challenging. I've seen a lot of homemade mayonnaise recipes fail miserably, and I have found a foolproof mayo recipe. I've made it many, many times. It has always turned out great, and this is the trick right here. It's a stick blender. Oh, lighting is weird. An immersion blender, stick blender, whatever you want to call this thing. This is the trick to foolproof homemade mayonnaise. So let me show you how to do it. Hey, Ashley, I'm making mayo. All right, so I'm going to show you how to do this. And I will say, I was never a mayonnaise lover. Really, it's kind of gross to me, like store-bought mayonnaise, partly because the ingredients are usually really bad, and also just like a texture thing. I never really loved it. And then when I did my first and only Whole30, I've only ever done it one time, but I did do a Whole30, and it was during that I fell in love with homemade mayonnaise because it was my first time to ever make it, and I did use this recipe, and like I said, it came out great, but I had never tasted anything like it before. Like, homemade mayonnaise, y'all, is totally different than store-bought mayonnaise. It's almost like eating two totally different things. So if you're not a mayonnaise lover, maybe you should try homemade and see what you think. It's also very versatile because once you make it, you can then turn it into ranch or like a chipotle ranch and all these different things. So it's pretty cool. But it is very quick and easy, and you're not going to believe how it comes together so fast. So let me show you what to do. You're going to need 1 large to extra large egg. And it is important that it be large or extra large. You don't want a little bitty egg for this. Okay. So you're going to put it in the bottom of a container. The other important thing at this point is to make sure that your container has a wide enough mouth to fit your immersion blender. This actually came with my blender in the box, but like a wide mouth mason jar would work also, but just make sure that you can stick that in there, okay? So I've got 1 egg in the container, and now I'm gonna pour in 1 cup of oil. Now, this is also very important. You need to use either extra light extra light olive oil or avocado oil. Do not use extra virgin olive oil. It's not going to be good. Extra virgin olive oil, it has a very strong flavor. I love it. I love EVOO, right? I love it on like salads and stuff, but it's not good for homemade mayonnaise. So you'll need to get the extra light olive oil, or like I'm using avocado oil. I get a big thing of this from Costco. Okay, now you need some acid. So you can use lemon juice or lime juice or apple cider vinegar. Probably any vinegar would work. You just need some acid. So I'm gonna pour in, you can do 2 to 3 teaspoons. I'm gonna do 3, so like a tablespoon of vinegar. And then you can flavor this. At this point, you can season it. I usually just do salt, like just a little pinch of salt. Today, I'm going to use I don't know if y'all can see that, the Wild Tree Gourmet Sea Salt, and this is the 5-pepper blend. So I think this is going to be really, really good in the mayonnaise because this has sea salt and black pepper, of course, but it also has cayenne pepper, chipotle chili, paprika, some smoke flavor, white pepper, and crushed red pepper. So this is like sea salt with a kick. It's not super spicy, but it does give a really good kind of peppery, salty flavor. So I'm just gonna do a little pinch of that. It's about maybe 1/4 teaspoon of salt, okay? I'll show you some other things that you could flavor this with when we're done. All right, so that's it. Hey guys, thanks for joining. Okay, so what I've done here while I was talking to you, the reason I was talking for a little bit is because I wanted to let the egg settle to the bottom. So that is also an important step. So far It's important to use a large to extra large egg. It's important to use light olive oil or avocado oil, and it's important to let your egg settle to the bottom. Okay, now the magic happens. So what you're gonna do is stick this immersion blender to the very bottom like that, and then you're gonna let it go for 20 seconds. I know that's not gonna be fun for y'all to watch for 20 seconds, but it is important that you let your immersion blender do its thing for 20 seconds before you move it at all. After the 20 seconds, I'm gonna slowly pull it up and you'll see the magical mayonnaise appear. So let's do that now. Isn't that awesome? I'm always just so surprised that it happens so quickly and it's like so perfect. I mean, it just happens right before your eyes. So my container got kind of messy. I'll have to clean that up, but look, it is perfect, fluffy, white, thick, homemade mayonnaise. It's pretty awesome. So I am going to show you a few other things that I think would be really delicious in this mayonnaise. And probably what I'm going to do is take half of this and flavor it with one of these. So this is Wild Tree's Chipotle Lime. So like a Chipotle Lime mayo, I think would be good on like fish tacos or something like that. This is one of my favorite blends, so I know that I would love it in a mayo. Cajun seasoning, I think would be really fun also for a Cajun mayo. Give it a little spice. And then garlic and herb, I mean, that sounds amazing for a mayonnaise as well. So really, you would kind of be creating like a healthy fat, a healthy sauce. So homemade mayonnaise is a healthy fat, by the way. So when you add these different seasonings and things to it, you're kind of creating like, you have a base for like all these amazing sauces to drizzle on different things. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Somebody out there needs to try this and let me know how it goes. If you don't have an immersion blender, they're not very expensive. This is just a Braun, it's a plastic one. We've probably had it for 15 years at least. So it's a pretty good investment to have in your kitchen. It's also really great for pureeing, like maybe you've made a big pot of soup and you don't want it to be chunky or any kind of sauces or anything like that. So this is a great thing to have in your kitchen anyway. And again, if you've never had homemade mayonnaise, try it. I think you're gonna love it. All right, guys, thanks for joining. Let me know how you like it if you try it. Bye, guys.